reminiscent of the T20 Challenge final. Did you have the same kind of vibe going, or the same sense? Rather?
I'm just trying to stick to a process. Sorry to cut you. I'm just trying to stick to a process that I'm trying to follow every single game. Whether it comes off in terms of outcomes, I'm not really too bothered by that. I'm just trying to be as consistent as I can with my process, ball by ball, my prep towards a game and going into a game. Just trying to be consistent with those things, and I think that's what's helping at the moment.
What was your game plan out there? When you and Faf and Steve and Eric are sitting there, you deciding to bowl, or you had the chance to bowl first. What was the game plan?
I think the most important thing we speak about is just start well. Make sure we are in the right channels, right lines. So top of off, hitting the right length, especially at the Wanderers. You want to be trying to get the ball on top of off or just slightly over top of off, that hard length, because you get a bit of a steep bounce here. So the plan was to just try to keep it as simple as possible for as long as possible. Firstly, assess the conditions after the first ball and see what that is. And just after the first ball, I was like, cool, we're going as simple as possible. Yeah, trying to hit off stump, and luckily the wicket was assisting today.
Luther, just to go back a couple of games, first ball, exhalation, you get a wicket, but then it's a no ball, you go no ball again. Just how much did that weigh mentally on you in terms of, because it happened in the previous game as well, how did you have to get away from, like, not just technically keeping your right foot behind the line?
I think I wasn't really too bothered I wasn't panicking too much about it because, like I said, you just follow a process. You try to focus on the present and focus on each ball. What's happened, and you need to just try to rectify it. Luckily, I had the coach, I had my teammates around me to just reassure me and that it's not really a big thing. Just keep doing the disciplines right. I guess that's what really helped me, and to stay calm in the two occasions, because that's the only process I kind of followed, knowing that I'm able to get it right, and I wasn't hitting panic stations at all about the no ball thing. I guess it's a process again in terms of hopping on the disciplines, staying disciplined when you're practicing, staying disciplined when you're warming up, making sure your foot's behind the line. So it's stuff that I've been doing for a very long time. I think in PE there was a bit of a downhill. It's very subtle. Nobody really knows about it, but when you're on the field, you don't really think there's a slope, but there's slightly a slope running down from that top end. No excuses, of course. I was supposed to be better prepared for that, but now we know. So able to fix it today, and I bowled, and I wasn't over the line today, so I was very happy about that.
And Lutho, were you saw Faf quite, he's at mid-on, we've seen him after a lot of games just walk off to the field. What is he saying to you all the time? What is the message?
I think we're just bouncing off ideas from one another, trying to understand where the batsman is, what the batsman's mindset is, especially him being a batsman, a top order batsman. So I think he uses a lot of that knowledge to just come and keep feeding me and letting me know in terms of what state of mind the batsman is. But more so than anything, it's about just having a conversation, general conversation, in terms of me letting him know what I'm thinking, what I'm trying to do. Most of the time he's quite chuffed and quite happy about it. And then when he has a query, he just asks the question, and we kind of have a quick conversation between the two of us, and we decide on one thing, and once we've decided, I think we just fully commit and go for that. So it's been working very nicely with Faf. I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying the way he's leading, and it's quite nice.
One more, yeah. You're going to ask, so let him finish. No, please.
Oh, okay. Lutho, great as your performance was today. Your own performance got eclipsed by how this was you. Not that you're competing or anything, but I'm just saying, how encouraging is it to play around bowlers of that caliber?
I think everyone in the team is of sort of standard. Like you say, we have players who know their games, players who've been playing for a long time, and I'm just really happy to see how this perform and see all the other bowlers perform. I mean, Don was performing in the first leg of the tournament and taking wickets, and the only I can do is to encourage and be happy for that, because that's what I'm looking for as well in return if it happens in my case. So it's nice playing against people who are showcasing their talents and showcasing their skills and being disciplined in what they're doing, and it's making it easier for all of us to follow suit, and to keep yourself in check and know that everyone is pulling their weight. So that's all we're trying to do. We're trying to work as a unit. I think it's bigger than looking at our individual performances. It's especially as a bowling unit. I think when everyone's bowling well together, when the one end is closed up, the other end needs to be closed up. So that allows the game to move forward and allows us and gives us the best opportunity to be on the front foot of the game. So I'm always happy to see other guys do well. I'm always happy and trying to learn from each and every single one, because everyone has a different skill set. So feeding off one another, talking to one another on the field has been very good. The communication has been high amongst the bowlers, amongst each other. So that's what's helping a lot at the moment in the camp, is in the bowling unit side of things. All we're just trying to do is be present and try do the basics as best as we can.
Just to kind of expand a little bit more on that, this has been a tricky time for Super Kings because of all these injuries, all the fast bowlers, and then you getting called into the tournament as a result of that. You very quickly had to go from being somebody who was on the outside to like you bowling first over now.
Yeah.
You're right at the forefront of it. Just what are the challenges involved in doing something like that, Lutho? Because it can't be easy when you've got all these injuries and coaches are trying to manage you guys as carefully as possible in a tournament where there's game after game after game in such a short space of time. The challenges of that and how you guys are able to kind of, overcome that.
I think it's clarity. I think that's the biggest word, especially from the bowling coach, from the captain, from the head coach. The biggest word that we're going on is clarity. So making sure everybody knows what role they have to play. Get given your role in prior time and make sure you understand what your role is, because then you can best prepare. Mentally, you can best prepare practice. You know where you're going to bowl. And the nice thing to see is that they've stuck to that for a very long time. So I just want to give credit and commend the coach, commend the captain, commend the bowling coach in terms of making it clear what our roles are, so then it's easy for us to go out there and best execute. That's all I can commend that to, because you probably can think on the outside it's chaotic and it's chaos, but the nice thing, the coaches have stayed very calm. They've been very clear in what they're trying to get through to us individually and holistically as a bowling unit. So that's the biggest word I have to say, clarity, and that's what's helped us and that's what's helping us at the moment as a bowling unit.